Today I'm interviewing Oliver Sage. He is an AA creator that posts content on TikTok. He mainly posts animations and he also makes virtual stunt maps for Gorilla Tag. And if you like this video, make sure to like, subscribe, and make sure to hit that notification bell. Now let's get into the interview. Hey everyone, it's me Halcyon, and today I'm going to be interviewing the Oliver Sage. We're gonna have around 15 unique questions, and if you guys saw the last video, thank you guys for all the support for MBC's interview. That was insane. So yeah, you ready? Dive into this?
Yeah.
All right. So the first question is, what first drew you into Gorilla Tag?
What first drew me into Gorilla Tag? Probably just like the look of it, like the game style. I feel like was just unique, especially for VR. Like I feel like VR was mostly aiming at the time for like as realistic as possible, or like physics, like cool stuff like that. Gorilla Tag was just a simple game to like hang out with friends. Like that's all it was.
Yeah.
I mean, it was great.
Who inspired you to start content creation?
So. That's a hard question because I didn't watch a lot of people at the time. It was really like J-Man, like the OGs, like J-Man, Elliot, like people like that.
Yeah.
So I'd probably go with J-Man.
Yeah.
He didn't really, like, no one inspired me to start making Gorilla Tag content, but that was like what kind of, I guess, made me like think about it at all, you know?
Yeah. What is the funniest or most unexpected thing you've seen while playing Gorilla Tag?
Ooh, there's a lot of crazy stuff I've seen in this game. I think most unexpected is actually like 10 minutes after I got AA Creator, I joined a random city code just to kind of walk around, and just take in the game after I got it, like just to see what would happen if I was wearing it. And 10 minutes in after getting the badge, I got player tracks for the first time. It was like the weirdest thing ever, but it's also like terrifying. Like I don't know how to explain it. But my whole body just froze. I just sat there in shock.
Getting player tracked is like scary, but it's also like I don't even know how to explain it. But all right.
Yeah, it's a weird feeling.
Since you make Gorilla Tag maps, correct? What Gorilla Tag map inspires you the most?
Ooh, there's a lot. There's over 100 now. I think Endless Office is pretty inspiring. Lobster put a lot of work into that. I think it's really cool just to see like how well it came out, especially like while beta testing. When we first tested the map, it was nowhere near as close as it is now. I think it's a great map. Like it's probably one of my favorites.
What was the very first Gorilla Tag map you created, and what did you learn from the process?
So the first one I created was one called Molten Maroon. It was actually like one of the very few maps that were out like when Virtual Stump first released. I guess really what I learned from it is that the Unity part is a lot easier than a lot of people think. It's like once you know it once, you know it forever. Like I've never had to go rewatch a tutorial, but Blender stuff is very confusing, especially like with textures. At one point while making the map, all the textures corrupted. It was a mess.
Oh my gosh.
It was not fun.
Oh, and by the way, to everyone that is currently watching this, if you guys want to come in just for a real quick moment, we have Sparks and Poke in the background. They're just...
Hey ladies.
They're just chilling. Okay, y'all can go back now. Sure,
Alright.
leave. Do you like make more competitive maps, or do you make more maps that are just like chill, hang out, and like roleplay type maps?
So at the moment, I only have one map officially released. However, there are a couple that I'm working on. Most of them are competitive style. I'm working on one called Comp Elevator. It's basically a competitive course, but with a bunch of different levels. That was the second map I ever started working on. It's probably been in development for like a year now, if I'm being honest. I haven't worked on it as much recently. But the newest one that's getting added by me and my friend is just more of a chill map. It's hide and seek, so you can do a lot of stuff in there.
Oh yeah, that's nice. Yeah.
There's hiding spots, stuff like that, like Easter eggs we included. Like it's super fun. We spent like probably 3 months on it.
Dang, that's a long time. Holy moly. Since we asked you who inspired you for content creation, who or like what inspired you to make Gorilla Tag maps?
So there was no one actually at all. I didn't even know how to make Gorilla Tag maps until my one. So have you ever heard of Snazzy Tuxedo? He's one of my friends.
Yeah, Snazzy.
Yeah, so he's one of the other AA creators. But basically, in the Nacho Engine server, I saw he was making this thing for Gorilla Dimensions before Virtual Stump came out. It was basically the equivalent of Virtual Stump before we had it in the game. And once Virtual Stump came out, he wanted to make it for that. I was like, dude, the map looks epic. I don't even know how to make Virtual Stump maps. I've only used Unity like a handful of times for trying to make fan games, which obviously never worked out. I mean, let's be real. And I remember seeing it, and I was just like, this is the coolest thing I've ever seen anyone make for Gorilla Tag. Like edits and stuff, like, those are cool, but just the way Molten Ruin looked, it's just insane to me, like, how detailed it was. So I DM'd him, and I was like, hey, I heard you're trying to make the map in the game, but you don't know how to do Unity. I know some, so I can help out. And since then, me and Snazzy have just been working on maps and stuff, hanging out in Gorilla Tag. It's been great, honestly.
Have you ever, like, scrapped a map idea that you had that sounded good?
Yes, more than probably 5 times. I've probably had, like, almost 10 maps I've scrapped.
Can you name one of them, off the top of your head, if you remember?
Ooh. Let me think. What's, oh, okay. One of them was called Flourishing Forest. It's a forest revamp with, like, a ton of, like, wildlife everywhere. The outer edge of forest, you could walk around. There was trees and stuff, platforms you could go on. There was also, like, slides inside of the ground, so you could, like, go down into these hidden slides, and you would get shot back somewhere else on the map. It was super fun. I loved it, but it never got approved, and so I scrapped it.
If you could, add one just insane mechanic to the game, what would you add?
That's a hard one, because you can already script a lot of stuff with Lua.
Yeah.
In Virtual Stump maps. But in the base game... Oh, I've never thought about this before, actually. I think it would be cool to make, like, custom cosmetics, just because you can already do it in Virtual Stump, but it's buggy, it doesn't work well. I think in the base game, like, if there was a way to make custom like, gorilla shirts, basically.
Yeah.
But people could, like, actually make them themselves and implement them without having to, like, know how to script stuff. Like, they could just make the model, upload it, and, like, select a function. Like, this one is an arm cosmetic. I think that would be great.
Yeah, that'd be really cool. So, how does the community, like, shape how you make your maps? Like, do they have a huge impact, or is it just, like, you completely make it off the top of your head?
So, for the most part, the community doesn't actually... My community barely even knows I make maps. Most of them don't even know that's how I got AA Creator. Most just assume it's from animating. But the few that do, I have seen stuff that they've made. In my Discord server, I teach people how to make maps, and some of them have recommended really cool stuff. There's one person, actually, that recommended to, in the newest map, add the remote that we had in the game, but make it so the buttons actually work. So, like, you press a button, it changes the TV screen that's in front of you.
Nice, yeah.
That was probably one of my favorite ideas that anyone's come up with.
How does your experience as a map maker influence the way you post content? Like, does it, like, change anything on how you post?
It definitely does play a factor. Like, it definitely does play a factor into it. When I'm working on content creation, if I need, like, a background for something, I'll try to base it off of, like, how a Virtual Stump map would look. So, like, I don't want to make a background where it's just, like, there's a random tree over here, and, like, over here there's, like, just a random, like, rock or something. Like, I want it to look like it would actually work in the game, not just a bunch of flat objects on a background screen, What
is the proudest project that you're currently making, or that you've already, made?
I think Molten Ruin was probably one of my favorites to work on, even though there's a lot of struggles with it.
Yeah.
It's definitely really cool to see it in the game. Favorite project I've worked on at all is probably Comp Elevator. Like, even though it's not done yet, it's an original idea I came up with, like, when Virtual Stump first came out. I've been working on it for a while. It's almost done, kind of. But, like, it's just really cool to see it, and hopefully it'll get in game soon.
Do you find it harder to make videos or to make maps?
Definitely maps, because while I'm really lazy with making animations, maps actually do take, like, a lot of effort to make. Like, if you even mess up one thing throughout the process, you just have to restart the whole thing. Like, it can really suck sometimes. But, yeah, I think making maps is definitely a lot harder.
Yeah. When you're not designing for Gorilla Tag or posting content, what, like, hobbies, keep you, like, going and, like, all that stuff?
I like to make a lot of 3D printing stuff. I actually made a 3D printed AA Creator badge. I painted it and everything. It looks super cool. I also like playing golf. Golf is like
Golf.
a core thing I like doing. It's
Yeah.
like one of my favorite hobbies, honestly.
Looking 5 years into the future, how do you think you'll be doing? Do you think you'll be done with making maps for Gorilla Tag, or do you think you'll be doing, the same thing?
Really, I'd say, like, as long as the game keeps going on, I'm gonna keep making stuff for it. Like, until the day Gorilla Tag is, like, over and just nobody plays anymore, like, I'm going to keep making stuff for the game.
Nice.
For the community,
But we actually have the bonus question. So,
Alright, let's go.
So, you might have heard about finger painter picks, but since, there's a bunch of content creators out there and there's probably a million map creators, who do you think deserves the AA creator badge the most?
There's one map maker, named Slabs. His map is, like, it's really cool, I love it. I think he definitely deserves AA. Otherwise, like, other than map creators and stuff like that, there are a couple creators. Actually, there's this one guy, I don't remember his name off the top of my head, but he makes these really funny animations. They're 2D, like, they're actually drawn.
Oh, wow.
He makes them super quickly, too. He posted, like, 3 in the last, like, day.
Whew.
But they're really good. Like, if he doesn't get finger painter, he definitely should get AA creator, in my opinion.
Yeah, nice.
If you're really striving to get AA creator, try to put effort, like visible effort into your stuff. That's what the map makers and things like that are really looking for. The people that give AA out, that's what they want.
Bye-bye!
Bye.